Vaughn, we also want to talk about the latest in the Jeffrey Epstein scandal. We understand that 2 of Epstein's abuse victims sent letters to a federal court. This was condemning the Justice Department's request to unseal grand jury testimony. What did they have to say?
Right. There are 2 victims that anonymously wrote this letter to federal judges in New York. The deadline was today for not only Ghislaine Maxwell's attorney, but also for the Department of Justice and victims and their attorneys to make their case as to whether grand jury transcripts from the Jeffrey Epstein proceedings should be released to the public. And that is where the 2 of these letters come from. One of those anonymous victims called what has taken place over the last month political warfare, and suggesting that the ongoing deliberations over whether to release the Epstein files amounts to just an effort to protect wealthy people, wealthy men specifically. And there was a mention of scrutiny around Donald Trump and DOJ resources to identify where he is, yet having his name within those files not having been released here at this point in time. Those victims, they do request that their attorneys have a bigger role in any potential redactions in order to ensure that victims' names are protected if, in fact, these federal judges out of New York were to make the determination that any parts of these transcripts were to be released to the public.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.